Alright, good morning, 6th grade. Today we're going to go over what I gave you guys yesterday for questions, because it looks like you guys, there was some type of error in either me teaching it or something went wrong. I don't know what happened there, but I'm going to take it on myself. I'm going to say it's my fault. And we're going to look at, right here, these questions. Now I'm using Microsoft Paint so I can draw, and you guys can actually see it on the screen while I do so. And we're going to get started with number 1. And so number 1 is right here. Okay, let me just make sure I use the right tool first. Go over to Home, hit the pencil, and this is number 1 right there. It says water has 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom, and for you to write out the chemical formula based on this. Now, you guys look like you were pulling things out of thin air. It looked like some of y'all didn't know what exactly was going on, so I just want to make sure we get this done properly. So, put number 1 here. I want to make this line a bit bolder too. Let's see if I can do that. That's a bit better. Alright. Oh gosh. Anyway, so number 1 is going to be the water one there. Let me just do this. So you can see this is all new to all of us. All the teachers are learning new things, and I'm really excited about this here. So now it says it has 2 hydrogen atoms. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write the symbol. So H for hydrogen, right? And then I'm going to put the number next to it. So it says 2 hydrogen, so I'm going to put the 2 right here. So H2, and then 1 oxygen atom. So I'm just going to put a single O. So this is the answer for number 1. It's simply just H2 and then O. That is how we get your chemical formula for water. 2 hydrogens and then 1 oxygen. So let's go on to the next one here. Erase this real quick. While I'm doing this, I want you guys to make sure and watch what I'm doing, because I will be giving you some more for you to do today. We didn't get yesterday's work, but today we're going to be redoing this again to make sure you guys do get it. So we're back to number 2 here. And it says gypsum has 1 calcium, 1 sulfur, and 4 oxygen. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to write the calcium. And so the calcium is Ca. Capital C, lowercase a. Now how many are there? There's just 1. So we don't have to put a number next to the calcium. Then we go to the sulfur. Sulfur symbol right next to it is capital S. And so we just put a capital S here. Now, since there's only 1 sulfur, we do not, I repeat, we do not have to put anything next to it. And then from there, we go on to oxygen. And so we put a capital O next to that S right there. Now, we have 4 oxygen. So now we do have to put a number next to it. And so the number goes right there. And so for number 2, your answer should look like this. Capital C, lowercase a, capital S, capital O, with a 4 down underneath it right about there. And that's how you draw these different chemical formulas. So let's go on to the next one that we have here, which is number 3. Erasing away all my problems. Hope you guys are doing well during this coronavirus thing. I'm sure we can all get through it. Make sure to stay healthy and keep washing your hands. And so for number 3, we're talking about Epsom salts. Let me just put the 3 next to it. And it says there's 1 magnesium. And so we're going to put the symbol for magnesium, which is capital M, lowercase g. Then we're going to put the symbol for sulfur, which is capital S. And since there's just 1 magnesium and 1 sulfur, we don't put any numbers next to them. And then finally, we go for the oxygen. Now the oxygen, that 4 there, that's not what's supposed to be there. Let me just, if I could erase that out. That's supposed to be an O for oxygen. And so now we put an O next to the sulfur. And then there's 4 oxygens there, so you put a lowercase, well, not a lowercase, but a small 4 next to it. And so now you have Epsom salts, which is 1 magnesium, 1 sulfur, and 4 oxygen. And that's what it's supposed to look like. This is your answer for number 3. And then finally, we're going to go on to number 4. Uh-oh. There we go. Now it's erasing. Good stuff. Yep. So for your answers, you might just want to put them on a sheet of paper and then take a picture and then put it up on Google Classroom. I do need you guys to put things up on Google Classroom. That is very important so I can actually get them and grade them. See, if I can't see what you put up there, how am I supposed to grade it? It's not going to happen. Now finally, for number 4, we have calcium carbonate. For calcium carbonate, we have 1 calcium. So I put the symbol for calcium, which is C, and a lowercase a. Now there's only 1 of them, so no number goes beside this calcium. And then, of course, there's carbon. So there's 1 carbon, and that symbol is just a regular capital C right here. So there's only 1. Nothing goes next to it. And then finally, we have 3 oxygen. And so we're going to put a capital O next to it here. And then we're going to put a 3 down here. Another way you can call that 3 is it's a subscript 3. Sub meaning below, like a submarine goes below the water. A subscript goes a little underneath the actual letter there. And that is your answer for number 4. Capital C, lowercase a for calcium, capital C for carbon, and then capital O for oxygen with a 3 in right here, right next to it. Alright guys, so that's the 4 that you had from yesterday. In today's lesson, you're going to be doing a bunch of these. I'm going to give you 10 of these to do. And so I suggest that you actually write them out on a piece of paper and once again, take a picture of it and put it up on Google Classroom so I can see it. That is where we're going to end this for today. Hope you guys have a wonderful time. Thank you and goodbye.